Welcome to Faded and Forgotten History. This is Donna and my husband Robert, and we are heading on a road trip this week to Texas. We live in upstate South Carolina, so it's going to take a few days to get there and back, and we welcome you to come along with us on our journey. We got up this morning, got ready, went to church, went to Nana's for lunch because you just can't miss Nana's lunch. It's that good. And now we're packed up and on the road and heading toward Georgia, Monticello, Georgia. So we'll talk to you later. This is day one, so stay tuned for the rest of the week. Okay, we're crossing Lake Russell, and this puts us into Georgia. So we're leaving South Carolina, and hello, Georgia. All right, we're coming up into Elberton, Georgia, which is called the granite capital of the world. It's not too far from our home. About what?
About 35 minutes.
About 35 minutes from where we live. So we come here quite often. We have a little antique store we like to come to here. Come over here and shop sometime, but it's just a nice little Georgia town. And I'll show you over here. It talks about Elberton, the granite capital of the world. We did ride over here one day and go to the Granite Museum, which was pretty interesting. The old hotel on your left, called the Samuel Elbert Hotel. Old theater up here, Elbert Theater. It's got a lot of beautiful houses in this town. This is the little town of Lexington, Georgia. There's not much to it, but a few little antique stores we come to now and then when they're open. There's also a big, beautiful building over here. Courthouse. This is Oglethorpe County. But that was about it. But it is still a pretty little town to come to now and then. There was a historic jail that we just passed as well. There's an old house here that we see now and then that the front is coming off, and there you can see the logs showing from the exterior of the house. So it's an old log cabin that was covered in wood later on that's been preserved. But it's been sitting there that way for years, so I don't guess they're going to do anything with it. Well, we had our first unexpected stop. We were riding down this highway that goes around Athens. If you haven't picked up on it yet, we do not ride the interstates for the big roads. We stick to the back roads. And we came across a sign that said estate sale, so we whipped around and went back to it. Didn't buy anything there, but we did find out some interesting history about the old house that was built in the 1800s. The owner had died. His brother was selling the contents of the house. The house had been moved about 100 yards to the left of where it originally sat and had been bricked up. It was a beautiful place. I'll include some pictures of it. One of the other men that was there had one of the pictures of the way the house originally looked. So he's sending that to me, so hopefully I can include that as well. And it was just a nice, unexpected little history stop along the way. So now we're heading on toward Watkinsville, and then I think we go through Madison and on toward the Concord Primitive Church, which is where I have an ancestor buried. So we'll see. It's supposed to be about an hour away. So this is the house that we stopped at the estate sale, and this is what it looked like before it was moved and bricked up. Now we're coming up on Madison, Georgia, which is a very historic old town, just full of big, beautiful houses. We've come here on several trips and stayed overnight, and it's just a very beautiful place to visit. A lot of history here. This is downtown Madison. Madison was established in 1809. It was actually a stagecoach stop at one point. It was also spared being burned down during the Civil War when Sherman marched to the sea because of its mayor being pro-Union. So that spared the town. And today it still has a lot of history. You can take tours, tour homes. There's a big, beautiful school that still exists that you can tour as well, and a lot of beautiful churches as well. So this is the Concord Primitive Baptist Church in Jasper County between Monticello and Jackson. And this is the church my great-great-great-grandfather is buried at. His name was Grief Lynch. Stands up. Oh, this is it. I recognize it. Right here. June 21st, 1786.
Almost your birthday.
Yeah. April 8th, 1886. My birthday's June 20th. So he lived almost 100 years. And I don't know if you can tell, there's a cross made out of bricks there. Yeah. Masonic symbol there. And let's see, he was born in Brunswick County, Virginia. And he died here in Jasper County. He was married twice. His second wife, Nancy Penelope Rogers, was my great-great-great-grandmother. And they had a child, Georgia and Virginia Lynch, who moved to LaGrange, Georgia. Just a few other interesting things about Grief Lynch. His father was William Lynch and fought in the Revolutionary War, and Grief Lynch fought in the War of 1812. He was also one of 34 children, so that is an unusual fact to know about him. Also, I'm not sure where he got the name Grief from. My family has all kinds of suggestions on why that might be, but nobody's really sure. But possibly grief meant something different back then. We're just not sure. The cemetery is a little smaller than I thought, but I have a suspicion that back in the woods, back behind a lot of these monuments, are a lot of graves that are not marked, possibly. Then looking back toward the church, you can see, oh yes, there was a swarm of honeybees that had settled around the base of the church, so we couldn't get any closer. And a lot of gnats, as you can tell by looking, swarms of gnats. But it was a beautiful place, and I'm so glad that we got to go. I would love to go back again sometime. So we finished up at the Concord Primitive Baptist Church, and we didn't hang out there too long. The gnats were everywhere. It was so sick, we thought they were going to carry us off. So we took our pictures, did our videos, visited my great-great-great-grandfather's grave, which was good to finally find and see in person. And now we're heading toward LaGrange, Georgia. GPS took us. It looks like somebody's driveway.
It's a Gable Road.
Sure is pretty.
Take the next left onto Highway 85, connector.
It's clear this way. As we were approaching LaGrange, we came across the Mountville Cemetery, which is where my grandfather is buried, Ernest Renza Andrews. We're here in LaGrange at Hillview Cemetery, and we're looking for my great-grandfather William Pickersgill Andrews, and we had to ride around looking in this huge cemetery, and we think we found it. Here it is. Yep. Private William P. Andrews. William Pickersgill Andrews. Yes, somebody takes care of it. Company B. CSA. 1846. June 26, 1846 to April 26, 1911. I'm sure these are here because of recent Memorial Day. There's other Andrews here, but unfortunately we didn't know any of our Andrews side. My father never knew his father, but it was later in life that we were able to trace back our family to LaGrange. So it's pretty special to be able to find his grave and the others that are here in LaGrange. So while we were sitting here looking at William P. Andrews' grave, we noticed there was a penny on the top, and that just means that someone has visited the deceased, and it's a way of showing respect. So we added our own pennies here to William Pickersgill Andrews' grave. He married Grief Lynch's daughter, Georgia and Virginia Lynch. That was the grave we visited earlier at the Concord Primitive Baptist Church. Well, we just finished up in LaGrange, Georgia, visiting some of my ancestors' graves, and we are heading toward Alabama to find a place to spend the night and then get up and head on down the road tomorrow to see where it takes us. So we got to find a place to spend the night, and part of the fun of a road trip is just playing it by ear, seeing where the roads take us. So we're heading toward Alabama, maybe around Lake Eufaula, and find a place to spend the night.